Hi guys, my name's Diana. For those of you who are new, welcome to my channel. We are back today with another hair video. This video is going to be specifically about how I care for my braids, my protective styles, in order to really let them last for as long as possible so that I can get the most growth, and also what I do to my scalp, my body, my practices that really help to promote hair growth and help me to make the most out of the time that I have the protective styles in. You guys know, who are familiar with my page, that I grew my hair from collarbone length to mid-back in 10 months using protective styles. I keep my protective styles in for 3 to 6 months, and this video is going to detail how I do that. If you're interested in the full rundown on protective styles, I have a video that I will link above now or down below in the description that gives you more information on how to properly take down a protective style so that you can retain the length that you gain, as well as who should get a protective style, how long I think you should keep it in, and more. So check that out if you get a chance. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. So first, I'm going to be discussing the care that I give my scalp, my body, in order to really get the most out of my protective styles. As you know, 3 things really affect growth, and that is your scalp condition, your circulation, and your nutrition. So for the first thing, scalp condition, you guys know I swear by my go-to hair oil, Unlay. It's vegan, all natural, has such amazing scalp conditioning products like aloe vera oil, argan oil, amazing for your skin. Coconut oil really helps to give your scalp the right environment to help promote and stimulate healthy hair growth. Many of you don't know this, but your scalp absorbs products, chemicals, at a 4 times greater amount than any other part on your body. A lot of the products that we are buying from the beauty supply store have harmful chemicals, alcohols, things that we really shouldn't be putting in our body, let alone on our scalp, that really don't do anything to help promote hair growth. So my suggestion is to find a vegan, all natural oil to really help give your scalp the right environment to grow healthy hair. A lot of the times when we do protective styles like braids, there's a lot of tension on our scalp. We have follicle damage because of the tension, our edges thin, sometimes permanently. One of the things that you can do while your hair is in braids is really start to condition your scalp. Take the oil of your choice, apply it to your edges, your temples, really massage, get blood flowing to that area, and stimulate your hair follicles for growth. That brings me right into the next point, and that is to massage your scalp, right? Circulation. 2 things that you can do to improve circulation to your scalp. One of them is scalp massage, whether it's yourself, a partner, whoever. Take 5 minutes a day and really moisturize your hair with that good oil, vegan, all natural product, and rub your scalp and really get blood flowing to that area. Another thing that you can do is your circulation throughout your whole body. So exercise is really, really good for increasing circulation everywhere, including your head and scalp. And then that brings us into nutrition. I have a video that goes into detail about the best supplements to take when you are trying to grow healthy hair, but I would really recommend taking something with keratin, something with biotin. I take a supplement that I will have linked below. It's really helped with my hair growth. I recently started and I've already noticed some improvements. And then of course, collagen to promote a healthy scalp and to facilitate hair growth. Now I'm going to go into the things that I do to maintain my protective styles. Now, again, like I said, if you are familiar with my channel, you know that I keep my protective styles in for a minimum of 3 months. I have gone as long as 6 months. A lot of people feel like if you keep your protective style in, your braids in for 6 months, you're going to have dreads. That is not true. I know from experience. If you look at many videos on YouTube of people combing out their dreadlocks, you know that you can detangle even dreads. I've seen this done. If I didn't see it with my own eyes, I wouldn't believe it, but I've seen this done. So don't be afraid of dreads forming or your hair getting too matted with keeping your hair in that protective style. The most that you're going to have to do is be very patient with the takedown, really detangling braid after braid. So I'm going to get into exactly what I do in order for my braids or my protective style to last. And I'm even going to go into when and how I refresh my braids if I choose to do that. So the first thing that I do is I apply mousse to my hair in order to kind of slick it down if I notice that I have flyaway pieces coming out of the braid. So this is what most stylists will do once you're getting ready to leave anyway. But I noticed that as time goes on, when I utilize this method independently myself, it really helped to preserve my style. So I simply just run mousse from the top of the braid down. If you have a dryer, you can sit it in a dryer. You can use a blow dryer. You can simply just leave it to air dry, and the mousse does its job. It holds the stray hairs down. It's not a permanent fix. It will last for a few days, but once it comes up again, you just reapply if you need to. Another thing that you can do, which I'm hesitant to recommend, is trim up the hair. So if you have flyaway pieces, just simply take a scissors and cut up along the hair. Now, I say that I'm hesitant to mention this because sometimes we can't tell where our hair stops in the braid. I have color in my hair, and so it's pretty easy for me to see where my hair stops. But if not, make sure the length that you think your hair stops at, you're several inches below that, and only trim that area. A lot of us trim up too far and we end up cutting our own hair, and that's really defeating the purpose of using a protective style for hair growth. Another thing that you should be doing anyway is tying your hair down every night. I have a very large bonnet specifically for braids. Simply put my hair in a ponytail, drop it into the bonnet, and then place the bonnet over my head. I will insert a picture of this bonnet. I'll also have it linked below if I can find it. But it's been a lifesaver with preserving my braids, simply because when you're sleeping, and especially when you have long braids like this, you tend to move and twist, and that's friction on the braids. It's causing pieces to dislodge, and it really makes your hair frizzier than it needs to be, sooner than it needs to be. So having it in a nice satin bond really protects it and preserves it. For me, my goal with these braids is about 4 months. I plan to refresh maybe at around 2 months if needed, possibly the 3rd month. And when I refresh my braids, all I do is refresh the center braids, whether I have large knotless braids in like I have now, or smaller. I don't do along the edges simply because that's the most fragile part of our hair, and I already had tension on it during the initial install, and I don't want to put even more tension on it again. So I refresh the middle, and then I will wear my hair in a low ponytail. As time goes by, I will simply start to wear headbands and wear my hair up in maybe a high bun, or tie my hair in some type of nice scarf and wear it tied down so you only see the ends of my braids, or even a loose fitted cap, depending on where I'm going and if that's appropriate. One last and final tip in order to keep your hair in for as long as possible is to cut the hair closer to the time that you're getting ready to take it out. So for example, with these braids, they're pretty long. I can cut them a little bit shorter and get a different look, a different style. Simply cut them and place a rubber band on the ends to keep it from unraveling. And now you have a different look, something that may be easier to maintain, easier to handle. It sort of makes you feel like you've refreshed the look. If you don't have knotless braids, a lot of people twist their new growth as it's growing out, so it just looks a little cleaner, a little neater. Again, this puts tension on the scalp, and so I wouldn't necessarily do this. For me, the priority was the length of time, extending it. It wasn't the appearance. But if for you appearance is very, very significant, then this may be something that you can consider. That is all. I wanted to make this video quick, simple, to the point. Hopefully you guys found these tips useful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I thank you so much for watching this video. See you next time, guys.